Got lots 51 and 52, more of the 11s. This is 11-1 and 11-2. These would be My House, Birkenhoff. So again, if you followed along in the preview and in sequence, then you've heard us talk to exhaustion how excited we are about the future of this one's mother that came from Chad Decker. So I think this bear right here, I mean, you offer one or a Berkshire Bear that you can show, and you've got one that looks like this in terms of his elevation, his extension up front, and I think you're going to beat a bunch of them just based on look. But then you study him at the ground. You know, is he going to blow you away in terms of his bone? No. But at the same time, if they're not going to be ultra heavy duty in their skeleton, they better be flexible and they better be square and they better have enough shape. And that one dang sure checks those boxes in my opinion. I think a bear that's going to feed incredibly well. I think one that's going to have a bright future for somebody.
Well, and I know we're getting here on the short rows, and once again, a lineup doesn't mean anything because I think this is one of the higher quality Berkshire Bears that we've had through here. I certainly would bet you a $100 bill right now that he won't be the low seller in the sale, and I think this is an awfully good bear. Like you said, just checks boxes. You know, he may not be the biggest footed one that we've seen through here today, but you know, how often does the biggest legged one ever win a show?
Yep.
So, you know, I think, like I said, in terms of lines, proportions, just balance, I think this one does so very, very well.
Yeah, I think he's one. And Mommy, I shared a picture of Mommy earlier this winter on my Facebook page, and if you saw her, I mean, I have no doubt that stoutness and bone and feature is coming because she did not lack in those categories. So I think I'm talked way too much about that litter and that pig maybe, but that's another nice one that you can have on your list. So now we'll jump to the Dash 11, or excuse me, the Dash 2 pig, and this would be one that he's maybe not enjoying his venture here into the video pen quite as much as some of the others. This is one that's just a shot more moderate. He's probably the more moderate one in that entire litter. But man, you study his bone and you study his feature. If you've got a show later on in the summer, kind of a late August deal, I think this one could feed very, very well for that. He just needs to grow and just to continue to get to a point to where he looks like he fits. And I think this one can fit in really well at a lighter 245, 250 kind of a stage. If you study him just based on his frame score and size, I love his bone, I love his feature, I love his rib shape and his stoutness, and I like his litter mate's a good deal.
Well, and to put a plug in for your employer here, I think they make a product called Coast that probably just exemplifies the perfect candidate for that. Put this one on Coast. Forget about him for a little while.
Yep.
Let his frame kind of catch up with the muscle and squareness that he has. I think this one's still good-legged for being just a nickel more moderate.
Yep.
I think his feet and legs still are really good from that standpoint. Just kind of park one of them, and then you go see him in 6 weeks after he's been on Coast, and then you're like, man, is that same bear I bought?
That's right.
Because I think that's still got a lot of good pieces there, you know, maybe a little more higher maintenance, I guess.
But an awfully good pig that comes out of a tremendously deep litter. So 51 and 52, My House, Birkenhoff, 11-1 and 11-2.